Hey everyone, it's Frank. You might know me from Runescape as Carcass. And today I have a bit of a special video for you guys. I'm going to be showing you the strategy I use to get max Dominion Factor in Runescape. This is going to be guided more towards necromancy users, even though you're going to be using all combat styles at some point, but just going to have to switch a weapon. And also, this is going to be guided towards people who have every quest completed, which is actually important because this works kind of like how I believe Slayer still works, where you only get bosses that you've done the quest for. So theoretically, you could make like a fresh account with minimal quests done, and you'll probably get much better rates than what I'm doing. But this is guided towards like maxed players. I get about 2.2 million Dominion Factor per hour doing this strategy, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So first off, I'm gonna go over my inventory, break down what everything here is and why I bring it. So I have the Excalibur. I have three separate sacks. Each one has different vegetables. One has onions, one has cabbages, one has potatoes. This is to kind of help with inventory management because there's times where you need a few inventory spaces. None of these are filled except for the cabbage one. This one's the potato is a 9. The onion is a 1 in there, or actually that's an empty sack. And I have runes because I use Soulfire spec sometimes. Ice gloves for a few bosses that require them in the ramp up floors. Get into EOF, the Death Guard in there. I use sometimes. It's nice for a stun too. Staff, you need that for lower floors. Fire magic. There's the onion. Melee weapon. Spear of Annihilation. Balmung with perks. You can bring your own Balmung for Dagannoth Mother. You don't have to use the one in the arena. Another rune pouch, XP capacitor, because those work here. It's not crazy amount of money, but it's something. Um, Adrenaline potion, you can drink those before you go through the gate. Another sack. Um, Holy Overload. I only bring Holy because I made a ton of them back when they were like best. Bring whatever overload you want. You can drink those before you go through the gate, and you'll still keep your stats up as long as you have the Dominion Medallion. They work in sync, so it'll keep your stats up. Desert Amulet. Sometimes my medallion run out of charges. I leave and come back times. And Ripper Demon. Highly recommend bringing that. Scrolls. You can use Prisoner Restoration in there too. That's another reason why I have the rune pouches. In these clips, you won't see me doing that because these clips are a bit older. Not older, but start doing the Prisoner Restoration until recently. Bone Bombs, would recommend a bit of extra damage. Weapon Poison. I bring that because the Dagannoth Mother is poisonable, and also the lesser demons when you do Aruni, Ayuni, and Leuni. The lesser demons that spawn from Aruni are poisonable. Those are the only things that are poisonable, at least in the later floors that you'll be doing. I have a dyed lantern for Soulfire. Uh, 0 ticking with Necromancy. You don't got to worry about that if you don't do that. It's not a big deal. The rune pouches, again, for runes. Another adrenaline potion. Your 95 magic. That's for Soulfire spec. Again, if you don't 0 tick necromancy, don't worry about that. Just bring something else in these slots. Then a potato and sack for the potato. Put it in. For my worn equipment, I wear tier 95 necromancy gear. And I put my stronger perks on my legs because there's a handicap that makes it so you can't wear a top. So I bring that new Nexus, Devourer's Nexus, Extreme Dominion Medallion, Zuck Cape, Zorgos Ring, and the Berserk Blood Essence. I believe that's called. I like using that. It boosts your stats and it's kind of nice. And I learned that the scriptures don't really work as good here because the time on them, it seems to get cleared quite often, like less often than this. I don't know. I just seem to like the Berserk Blood Essence better. I just activate it whenever I want, like in the beginning of a fight, before they hit me with all the stuns and all that. Here are the relics I use. Distant Rage, Fury of the Small, Berserker's Fury. So the first 20 or so floors are going to be referred to as the ramp up floors. These are the floors that you do before you have every handicap enabled. Usually between floor 21 and 25 when you have every handicap enabled. So here's a few tricks I have for the ramp up floors specifically. Is you can death mark and seize in the same tick when you click on the gate. And you'll notice if you don't do that, if you just death mark and you click on the gate, it'll keep spinning and trying to give you a handicap, but the window will keep closing and you can't go through the gate. But if you seize in the same tick, it doesn't even have to be in the same tick, but just seize and it'll put you out of combat. It'll make it so you can go through the gate. Keybind your empty sack because you're going to have to be taking your weapon on and off, and it just makes it easier to fill it. Also, highly recommend learning how to target cycle. A ton here. Save your wrist. Things easier. Alright, so here's going to be all the bosses that you'll see between floor 21 and possibly 25. It usually doesn't go that high before you get every handicap. It's usually like 20 in the low 20s. I'm going to save the final 7 bosses that you do from floor 25 to 250. I'm going to save those to the end, but keep in mind that you can still get those 7 bosses in the ramp up floors. Alright, so first up is going to be the Black Knight Titan. This is just DPS. Get death mark on him before you go through the gate. Now it's going to be Sigmund. Sigmund, it depends what handicaps you have. In this clip, I have the familiar handicap, so I'm going to have to kill it the normal way with the mace. But if you have Ripper Demon and you don't have that familiar handicap over here, you can go next to Sigmund, click the claw thing, and attack Sigmund with your Ripper Demon, and he'll do damage. He'll do it faster than what you'll do with the Ancient Mace. So that's just a tip. But in this clip, I had that handicap, so yeah, I put the mace on. I build up adrenaline. You gotta spec him first. Just making sure those basics Then I seize. Weapon spec him. Switch to my necromancy. And he's dead. Okay. Arrav. This is gonna be just DPS.
I am terribly sorry, but it is not I who controls my actions.
Dagannoth Mother. You're gonna have to switch to a magic weapon. I switch to my staff. First spell, it's gonna be the first one. It rotates. That's it. Okay, these are the Desert Treasure bosses. And you can Threads of Fate them pretty easily. I'll show you here. So, but you need to put the ice gloves on. Make sure the ice gloves are on first. Ice gloves are on, search forward, threads. Volley. Yeah. Oh. Koschei The Deathless. Basically just DPS. But he does keep bringing up these text boxes, so you want to keep clicking on him. Otherwise, you're just going to stand there.
This time you lose your prayer, however, and fight like a warrior.
Okay, this is the Dagannoth Sentinels. So I can use necromancy for this. I do threads, volley. I tried to, but this one's kind of weird. Like they point to each other. It makes it so you can't attack one of them. I don't know why. Happened to me in this clip, so I just pick them off one by one pretty much, but sometimes you can just volley them and they'll be dead, and sometimes they'll do this. Next up is a low, just DPS. Black, gray, and white golems. Again, just DPS. I do threads, full sap, volley. Actually, I think I just autoed them there. What do we have here? I was too quick. I'll have to go through this again. Oh, Khazard and Lucien, I think it was. Yeah. This one is a bit tricky. There's like specific timing near the end, but basically just surge forward, kill General Khazard. This kind of depends what floor you're on. If you're on lower floors, it'll be easier to pull this off, but at higher floors, you're going to want to do this tactic. Kill him, then you dive over, death mark. But you want to wait because I know I'm about to be hit with a handicap. I'm about to be frozen and dazed, but once that happens, your thread gets cleared. All your attacks get cleared, so essentially what happens is your volley just gets eaten up. It disappears. So you don't want to wait till after it hits you with a handicap. What I'm doing here, I'm just I death mark. I waited for the handicap. I volleyed them before the handicap hit me. You can see my character is turning white. That's how you know that you're being dazed, frozen, all that stuff. Okay, now it's Toktz-Ket-Dil, which you need a melee weapon for. I switched to my melee weapon and just DPS. Melzar The Mad or DPS.
Let me drink my tea.
Dad. DPS. Bouncer. DPS. We got here Delrith. Yeah, Delrith you want to be kind of careful with because he can KO you. If you can play it safe and just stay by that safe barrier that's near the entrance where you came in, but usually I just tank it. He can't technically kill you, but the poison can kill you. You see, I have a poison handicap. The poison can kill you. His attack can't kill you. So when I see that I have poison here, I use my Excalibur. That'll always save me. It'll do enough. It'll heal me enough so where poison can't kill me. Yeah, I do it here. Attack again. I sign here, but I would have still been alive. Just because my health was probably like single digit. Alright, the Black Knight Guardian. This is just yes. Barrelchest. Again. Yes. Chronozon. You need to use 4 different elemental spells on them. Just hit them with one of each. If I switch to my staff. Kendal, that's just EPS. What we got here? Agrith Naar. Looks too much like Delrith, but he don't do that big special attack. He just poke him to death. Arzinian Avatar. Yes. Ice Demon. Yes. Everlasting and The Illusive. You want to target the Illusive first. Make sure you do that. Make sure the Illusive dies first. Go in there. He's dead because you don't want him to dig around. It'll just make the kill last longer. Jungle Demon. This is just DPS. Zemouregal and Enakhra. This one can be a bit tricky, but as long as you death mark them and you put bloat on them, your conjures do a lot of damage to them. So they don't really get to use their special attack. Okay, see what I did there? Put bloat on them. They're dead. Oh, this is the Flambeen. I don't know how to pronounce them. Agrith Naar, Dessourt. You just want to have your ice gloves on, and you can threads them. General Khazard. He's just DPS. Let's attack him again. Giant rock. It's DPS. Nezikchened or whatever. He's just DPS. Dragon Hunters, DPS, you can volley them. Or threads and volley. All that. Apep and what's his name? Heru. Okay, yeah, you want to kill Heru first. And target Apep. Just keep doing his spinning. Just wait it out. Sorry about that. Okay, Vanstrom. Vanstrom's tricky. He's between him and Char. I think I dislike Vanstrom the most. So I use the pole arm here. Take some space. That's what my stacks are for. Pick up that pole arm. Dive in front of him. Target cycle. Boom. I don't know why I put smoke cloud, or I was on Majrat. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I switched to my necromancy weapons too to put bloat on him. You want to just chip him down as quick as you can. Just hope he doesn't do his specials. Getting him down. Bloat on him again. About to do something. Okay. When he walks like that, I know it's either this one or stare into the darkness. If he does stare into the darkness, you gotta just face the opposite way that he is. I don't think I get it here. Oh, I do. Yeah, see? Well, I don't know if my lifesaver helped me there. I think I would have triggered anyway. I was kind of low health. But there, yeah, he's 1,000 health, so you gotta get that potion, holy water, and throw it on him. Finish him off. Elvarg. DPS. Char. Yeah, Char is a pain. Just make a free inventory space, pick up the pitch can. Would highly recommend keybinding the pitch can. Make things easier. And essentially what you want to do is keep running around, starting fires, and try to lure those orbs that come out into the fires. If you get the orbs in the fire, you do more damage to Char. You do very little damage to Char. See if I get this one. Orb coming. It's tough if you keep getting stunned and everything too. Anticipation doesn't work. Freedom doesn't work. I don't think I got that one. It can be a long fight. That's fine. Another one. See if it goes in. Yeah, I got that one. Fires kind of block you from attacking her too. Kind of annoying. Happened to me there. You don't want to get hit by that. Just feel my rage. Just get get out of her way. Try to play it safe if things aren't going well, like like in this example. I try to put bloat on her sometimes, but it just gets cleared after like a second. Another orb, and here comes the fire. Got that orb. Gotta take advantage of that. Stuck. Frozen, and I'm everything. Another orb. She's about to die. Mount Draynor. DPS. Make room in your inventory to pick up those two things. Flip them. Target cycle. Hit them. Dead. Nial Swiftling. Again, just yes. Caramel and the gelatinous. You want to hit the mother first. You gotta use magic. And you can use whatever for the caramel. Just go back to my necromancy weapons. Hit her a few times and then she's dead. Tarn Razorlor. It's basically DPS. It's got two phases. I keep getting frozen, so pain. Balance elemental. It's just DPS. The Dragoon, that's just DPS. Evil Chicken, other DPS. The inaccuracy and the doubt. There really is no doubt. It's just DPS. Kind of made a mistake there, conjuring. Bouncer, I think we already went over this one. It's just DPS. Ice Demon. We might have done this one too. I think I might have realized that. Echo of Jazz. DPS. Acroliomancer. Yes. Then we can shadow. I just threads these. Threads in auto attack or volley. Here's a Drayman Tree Spirit. That's DPS. Yelps. Yelps, our friend Yelps, he can be a pain here. So you really want to have threads off cooldown for this. It's for me here, so go in, high threads, soul sap, volley, because you want to kill his bodyguards. Then you want to get bloat on him. Then he's gonna send out another bodyguard. Yep, he's hard to see, but an eye out for him. You gotta prioritize him first. Oh, he's not dead yet. Yeah, I screwed up there. I was assuming my conjures would finish him off. That's fine. I try to just 2-cycle this one. And try to build up adrenaline to put bloat on him. You want to do it a bit earlier than what I did here. Here, I get it. Here. And another bodyguard. Gonna be dead. Adrenaline's rough here. He's Treus Death, and these names are killing me. DPS. Polyomancer. Already saw Polyomancer. Guess he's in the clip once again. Dawn. Okay, Dawn. There is a little trick to Dawn. You'll see that I do it here. You can stand underneath her, and she won't do her special attack on you. Her special attack, she'll grab you and move you around. It's annoying, but stand under her and target cycle her. She won't ever do it. That's what I do here. I stand underneath her. I'm target cycling the skeletons. And she's about to do her attack, and I target cycle.
I shall destroy you, you shall live again.
You don't do anything. Go back under her. And repeat.
Pierce their noble heart. If you want something, rise from your grave. You cannot defeat my magic.
Keep target cycling them. It's a bit of a longer fight. Gonna do her last attack.
Witness my full
Dead.
power.
Okay, what do we have here? The giant scarab. It's just DPS. Solus Delagar. He is DPS. Looks like a bot. A Arg. Another DPS. Okay, so these are going to be the bosses that you see beyond. Usually it's between floor 21 and 25. Whenever you have all the handicaps enabled, the next floor after that, you'll start getting these bosses. Only these 7 bosses, all the way up to floor 250, which is max floor. It won't let you go any further. You're forced to claim and reset. So majority of your time, if you're grinding this out, you're going to be doing these bosses. You're not going to be doing the previous ones as much. So I'd get familiar with these ones if that's your goal. Here's Nomad. He's basically this DPS. Getting my sacks all fixed here. And doing my stuff pre-gate. Forward, target cycle, bone bomb. All that stuff. I Should have went over that there. Near the end there, if you have the adrenaline, just to ensure that he dies before he heals, I switched to my, I believe I switched to my EOF, or maybe I weapon spec. Oh, I just weapon spec there. Okay. Okay, Dagannoth Mother. You're gonna need to use a Balmong. You can keybind your Balmong to make this easier or faster. You don't have to use the one in there. You can put perks on your own Balmong. Keybind it. That's what I do. Reach forward, foam bomb. We're hitting it. Okay, now we have the decaying avatar. Same thing. DPS, but you're going to want to use a stun on him later on, usually around when he's like 30,000 or less health. So I'll use my Essence Finality. You see I'm getting ready to use that, or I use Soul Strike because I didn't have Adrenaline. The reason for that is, the reason why you want to stun him is his walking animation. You see the window that's on the screen now? When he's walking, it'll close the window. So you'll have to go to the gate here to go up to start the next floor. It just saves a little bit of time if you stun him. He's stunned when he dies. So try to do that. Xenavivia. Pretty basic, just DPS pretty much. Try to put load on her. Yep, I get it there. Or no, I actually fingered her by accident. Oops. Yeah. You want to try to get bloat on her, but it doesn't really matter because her phasing is, you see it pretty quick. I don't think it really makes a difference. Dies. Okay, the untouchable, this is the easiest one. It's just DPS. Okay, we got Xenavivia again. Maybe I put bloat on her earlier this time. There's bloat. Sure how she crept in here again, but I'm gonna leave her. Alright, here's Aruni, Ayuni, and Leuni. This one is gonna be the most annoying one that you do. Gonna be the most time consuming, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So you just pre-gate stuff. You want to have threads. So you threads, you target cycle Leuni. But you want to stand in the middle here, all these gorillas. And when you target cycle them, it'll hit the demon over here too. Then volley. I don't have much adrenaline here, so hit it with a scythe. I'm trying to build up to another scythe. Probably scythe here. Oh, I death marked. Okay. Then target cycle these demons. Dive over there to the other demon. Bam, click a Rooney. Frozen. Target cycle the demons. One more phase after this. Okay, target cycle demons. Crackling. Got yoinked, unfortunately. So that last one. Goal is for me just to kill him before my conjures die. It's perfect there. Okay, so the Pest Queen. Pest Queen, you just have to pick up this Karasi sword, and I stay at really low health here. It's not gonna kill me anyway. Just I like the extra damage, so I just poke it a few times, and I'm trying to build up adrenaline to um Soulfire spec. You know how to zero tick with necromancy? You can do that, or you can just put bloat on it. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah, if you're not comfortable doing zero ticking with necromancy, just put bloat on it. It might take a few seconds longer, but it's fine. That's it. Alright, and lastly is going to be the Untouchable, which is the easiest one. I had to edit this one in later because I realized for some reason it wasn't in this video, even though I remember talking about it at the end. But here it is now. You just DPS, easy one. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. And so long.